Hello, everyone. A wonderful Friday, and I welcome you to another amazing program. My name is Princess Ewuna Indom, and I'm the coordinator at American Kana Abuba at Mobile Web Ghana. American Spaces provides access to current and reliable information about the United States through book collections, internet access, events, and activities for everyone. Today's discussion is on how to target your post on Facebook using paid media. And facilitating the discussion is Benjamin Adadivo, a digital marketing specialist who has over 4 years of experience in this field. Here's a short bio about who Benjamin is. Benjamin is passionate about technology and digital media. And as I said earlier, he has 4 years experience in this field. He grew up in Tema, where he currently lives, and he is determined, results-oriented. His skills and expertise are in community management, social media marketing, and digital marketing. And he's worked on a couple of projects, such as the Good Life, Live It Well, where he was the social media strategist for this campaign, led by the Ministry of Health and supported by USAID and FHI 360. He's also worked with Jesui Anas and also worked with Ashesi University, Water Aid Ghana, and also Handy Trade Ghana and KISS Ghana. Benjamin is going to lead us in the discussion. So at any point you have a question, please ask in the comment section below and they'll be addressed. Thank you once again for joining us. And now I'll hand it over to Benjamin. Hello, Benjamin.
Hello, Princess. Thank you very much for the introduction. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session. I will start by sharing my screen and then we will proceed from there. Okay, so I hope everybody can see my screen. So today's topic is about how you can target your posts. About how you can target your post to the right audience using Facebook paid media. So before I begin, let me just paint this picture. When I know Facebook is a very familiar platform and everybody is familiar in terms of posting on Facebook. Now, when you post on Facebook, how do you target your post to the right people or to the right audience? That is what we are going to delve in today. There are two ways in which most people do. Okay, you realize when you post on Facebook, there is a boost button underneath your posts. But today we are going to look at how we are going to use the ads manager specifically to target your post to the right audience. So I will begin. So before we start, I would want us to look at these terminologies. This will guide us in our topic for today. So we will look at what a campaign is, what asset is, what ads are, and the Facebook ad audience. Now, when we say campaign, so campaign is what houses all the assets. Now, when I say assets are the assets and then the ads and then the various accounts. So campaign is basically what houses all this and also uses the kind of objective that you want to use for your various ads. Using it to target the various audiences that you want your post to reach. Okay, and now when you look at ads, ads live in the ad sets. So ads is where you do all your selection in terms of the placement and how you want your ads to look like on the various platforms that you want to run. Facebook ad audience is basically a group of people that you want to ask to reach, in terms of their interest, demographic, locations, and behaviors. So this will help us in terms of what we want to do today and what we want to achieve. The theory section, which will be the presentation that I'm going to do now. After that, then we can do some on-hand demonstration, just for us to know how we can do that practically. So we would start by creating our ad. So now we have posted on Facebook, all right? We've created a post on Facebook, but we want to use our ads manager to reach our audience or to target the right audience. Most people sometimes also use the direct button on Facebook, which you can use to promote it directly on Facebook. But the difference between the two is the ads manager gives you more specifics in terms of how you want to select the demographics, interest, and reach the kind of people that you want. So the ads manager gives you more. It also allows you to measure your performance and results. You can track the people that, or the metrics that you want using the ads manager. So the ads manager gives you more than directly promoting it on your Facebook platforms. So we'll begin by creating your ad using the ads manager. So once you go into your ads manager, the first thing that you see is this dashboard. Okay, so this dashboard is where you would use in creating your ad. Okay, so log into it. This is the first thing that you see. Now, before you begin creating your ad, you use this button over here where the arrow points to create the ad. So you click on it to initiate the process of creating your ad. Now, after that, it takes you to the page or the place where you need to choose your objective. Now, this is one of the most critical areas because you need to know the kind of objective that you want your post, which is now going to run as an ad, to perform. So are you looking for awareness? Are you looking for reach? Are you looking for traffic, engagement? Do you want more app installs? Are you looking for video views? Are you looking for lead generation or messages? So all this informs you as to the kind of objective that you want your post to perform. We would go into it one by one with our next slide. So when you have a post and you use the objective for brand awareness, so brand awareness helps you to increase your business in terms of the awareness or the services that your business offers. So using that objective means that you want to get more people to know about what you are doing or the businesses that you are offering. Now, if you want to use reach gives you it maximizes the number of people who would be seeing your ad or who would be looking at your ad. So that means that your ad will then reach more people. Okay, so sometimes you want more people to see what you've posted, but because of the organic algorithm, so you realize that you are not getting the post to more people to see it. So Now, when you go to the Ads Manager, you say that, okay, I want like 2,000 or 3,000 more people, or let's say 5,000 more people to see my post. So that point, you are going to use the reach objective to be able to get the number of people to see your post. Now, for traffic, so if you want to use the traffic, that means that you want to direct more people to your landing page or your website for them to see what is there. So you can also use the Facebook ad by directing people to your website or landing page app to create that traffic that is needed for people to go to your page on your website. For engagement, you are looking for people to respond to your page and engage with your posts. So most people tend to go with engagement because they are looking for more interactions. The more you get interactions, the more you build your brand, the more you build your brand loyalty and get people to like or fall in love with whatever you are doing. So you look at the app installs. So when you have an app and you want to run an ad using the Ads Manager to get more people to install your app, you use the app installs where people can use the button from the ads to go to either Play Store or iOS to install your app. Yeah, so you have to actually get a very good creative to get people to understand what the app is about, to be able to install the kind of app that you want them to install. For the video views, you want more people to watch your videos. So you posted a video on Facebook and you want more people to watch your video on Facebook. So you can use the video views objective to get more people to view it. So for the lead generation, you want to collect more leads for your business. So let's say you are running a school and you want to get more leads so that you intend, contact them and then, convert them to a role in your school. So you use a lead generation ad, which gives you that option of collecting the details like their contacts, emails, and what have you for you to use to reach those individuals who are interested in your business. So for the messages, you can use that objective to initiate or start a conversation with your audience or whoever wants to reach you, and then speak to you about your businesses. All these objectives helps you to convert the people or the audience that are reaching you into customers. So you also look at the conversions where more of the actions that are taken on your websites or your apps or in your messenger. Okay, so this one categorically deals with more of like you want to convert people to take an actions to buy your product. So you are using your WhatsApp, you're using your messenger, you're using your website to convert these people, when they reach you using the Ads Manager. So you can also use the objective for the catalog sales where most people, you have the relevant products from your online catalog, and then you are reaching people through that aspect. So they intent become like buying customers. Same with the store traffic to get people directly to come to your store within a specific area, to be able to get what they want from your store. So these are the objectives that you can choose when you are when you are creating your Facebook ad. So our next, so this also underlines the same thing that I just explained. Okay, so it just gives you a better idea of who you want to present your ad to, choosing one of these objectives that I mentioned. So these objectives are very important for you to know the kind of posts that you want the kind of audience that you want your post to reach using these various objectives. So after that, we now choose. So after that, we now choose our audience. Okay. So after that, we now choose our audience. So choosing our audience is where we get to choose their locations, their age, their gender, the language that we want them to speak, their interests, their behaviors. And this also narrows whatever intentions that you want your post to do. So it narrows it down specifically to the right people. So if, for example, you are selling, let's say, baby products, or you are selling washing soaps, with that in mind, you should know the kind of audience that you want to reach, right? So you specifically target those people using this platform that you see here. So you are selecting, so for age of, let's say, to 40, who are mostly women. So you use that age here, and then you use the gender to select the woman category. Then you select the demographics. When we are doing the on-hand demonstration, you'll get to see all that. So this helps you to specifically target the kind of people that you want to reach on Facebook. Most people tend to go using like a wide range of, not specifically choosing, but it's actually it's actually good to know or to specifically choose your audience so that your post is being targeted to the right people. Otherwise, you end up, burning some money. So it's good to narrow it down to select the people who are mostly your audience. So this also shows the same. This also shows the same platform in terms of who you want your ads to reach. Okay, it shows the same platform in terms of who you want your ads to reach. So basically, it's showing you the location, then the age limits, and then the gender that you should choose over here, the language, the interests, the behaviors. Okay, so you can select the interest, people who, women who are interested in, buying washing machines, or women who are interested in, like clothes, or fashion. So all those things helps you, your post. It helps you to get your post to the right people. So we'll continue. So after that, we would look at setting your budget. So setting your budget too is one very critical area. So after you have chosen your objective, okay, choosing the audience that you want your post to reach, choosing the placement where you want to put your post, where you want your post to be placed, you now look at your budget, choosing your budget or setting your budget. So this is what is going to run your post to the specific people that you are targeting. So we have the daily budget and we have the lifetime budget. Now for the daily budget is when you want your ad to run continuously throughout the day. So you select that one, and then your ad runs on a daily basis. Okay. So if you want your ad to run 2 days, 3 days, you select it, and every day it runs in that manner. We have the other one, which is also the lifetime budget, which gives you a specific period of time that you want your ads to run. So you select that and then you spread it for a number of days. So if you want your ad to run for 3 or 5 days, you choose the lifetime budget, and then the money is being spread over those number of days. Now, we look at the ads placement. So after going through the process, you would ask yourself, where do I want my ads to be placed? Okay, so this gives you the options of where you want your ads to be placed. So we have two options here. We have the automatic placement and then we have the manual placement. So with automatic placement, Facebook is the one that decides the best or suitable platforms that your ads should be placed on. And the manual placement, you are the one selecting where you want your ads to be placed on. Okay, so these tools also help or determines the places that your ads are going to be placed to which model to perform the objective that you chose during the campaign when you're setting up the campaign period. So with the optimization and delivery, so Facebook, by selecting the optimization and delivery, it makes efficient use of your budget. So here you are choosing whether you want to bid for objectives, clicks, or impressions. So most of the times when running a post for people to like your page, you get to bid as to the cost per like. Okay, so that Facebook is able to utilize your money very well and gets you the best results. Because at the end, you want value for money. You wouldn't want to pay so much money and then you're getting something very few. So you need to optimize it, using the various bidding options available so that you're able to get the best ad delivery from Facebook. Then after that, we now move to the final stage where you get to create your ad. All right. So here we've gone through the process of selecting your audiences, selecting the placements where we want our ads to place, setting our budget, targeting our posts to the right people using the demographic interest and locations. Now we want to select the kind of posts that we want to run on Facebook or Instagram or this network. Okay, so here gives you that option of selecting your page and then selecting the posts that you are using to for the ad. Okay, so it gives you that various options over here. So the next slide would also, based on the same place that we are in terms of like creating your ad, it gives you the kind of post that you want to create, whether you want to create a carousel post, a single image post, or a single video post, or a slideshow, or a Canva. So once you are in that process, you have to, so let me explain this side in this way. So for example, like you select your page and then you want to, select your posts, but it gives you the option of whether you want to create a new ad or use an existing post. Okay. But for the benefit of our topic today, we would say we are using an existing post. So that means that we have already posted on Facebook and then we want to use that post to target our right audience. Okay, so using that, you use existing posts where you select the post on Facebook and then you use it to run as an ad, okay, on the various platforms. We'll delve into the enhanced demo so that you see what I'm talking about. Okay, so basically at this stage, we are more of finishing our ad using the Ads Manager. Okay, so I would move straight to the on-hand demo and then we can come back with any questions. Okay. So I'm going to share my Ads Manager now. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Benjamin, I can see your screen.
Okay.
So Benjamin, are you done the presentation? You are now waiting for questions.
Yes, I want to do the on-hand demonstration and then we can go to the questions.
Okay, sure, that's
yeah. Okay, so this is our dashboard for the Ads Manager as shown in my presentation. Okay, so as I said, this is the first thing that you see when you open your Ads Manager. Now we have already posted on our Facebook page, right? So we want to create the ad using our Ads Manager. So we go here and then we create our ad. Then we select the kind of objective that we want based on the objective that we want to use for our posts. Okay, so let's say we are selecting engagement. Okay, now when you go down, you realize that there's post engagement, page likes, and event responses. So when you select page likes, that means that you want more people to like your page. So for today, we'll just select post engagements and then we click on continue. Now, when you select post engagement and click on continue, you name the campaign that you are running. So let's say we want to run a Vals promo. So let's say Vals promo engagement campaign, sort of, yeah. Then you go down. Now we don't, everything here is okay because we are not going to do A and B testing, and also would leave the campaign budget optimization. So after that, we can go to
Hello,
next,
Benjamin.
which takes, yeah.
Yeah, please, we can't see your screen. What you are demonstrating.
You can't see my screen.
No,
Oh,
we can only
okay.
see the screen stating as any questions.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay. Please, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Should I let me go back?
Yeah, please go over.
Yeah, I'm coming. Let me just okay. Okay, let me just close this. Okay, so when you so this is the first place that you see when you open your Ads Manager. Okay, so put in mind that we've already posted on Facebook and we want to use the Ads Manager to target our post to the right audience. So this is the first thing that you see, which is the dashboard. Now you go to this button to create your ad. So once you create your ad, you select the objective. Okay, so let's say you want engagement. So you select engagement. Now when you go down, you realize there's post engagement, page likes, and event responses. So today we'll go with post engagement, and then we'll go to continue. Now, when you come here, it gives you the option to name your campaign. So let's say our campaign is VALS promo. Even though VALS Day is over, we can still use VALS Day. So let's say VALS promo engagement campaign. And then when we go down, these things for now are not applicable to what we are doing. So we would leave it as such, and then we will go on next. But let me just explain. So if you want to run an A/B test, you go here, which gives you the option to run an A/B test where you can compare which post is working or not. Okay, and also if you want to do more of campaign budget optimization, you will also click here. So after that, we would go to next. But if you're not doing any of those, you just leave it as such. All right, so when you go to next, it brings you to the ad set. Okay, so the ad set is what is here. And now you name your ad sets here. So we can still use the VALS promo. Okay, and you'd get to select your budget. So as I mentioned, we have the daily budget and we have the lifetime budget. Okay, so let's say we are going with lifetime budget, then we would select our money, $10. Right now, because the days that we have here, it's so wide, so it is giving us the amount to use because of the date range. So let's narrow the date range and say we want to run our ad for, let's say, 4 days till Monday, right? Okay, so we select that, and then now we go down to the audience. So this is one of the important areas pertaining to our topic today of you targeting your post to the right person, right? So we have the custom audience, which we are not going to use today. Okay, we are going to use more of the location and age. So what location? We want to target people in Ghana, right? So we leave it as such. Now we look at the age. Okay, so let's say we want to target people from 18 to, let's say 18 to 35 years of age. Okay, then we look at the gender. Let's say we want to select or target just women. Yeah, just women. And then we look at the detailed targeting. Okay, so detailed targeting gives you more like a wider range of targeting your post. So detailed targeting, so we can just use that and click on. So one other thing is that anytime you are selecting your audience, you use this to check your estimated audience size, right? So this gives you the estimated audience size based on what you are putting here. So you realize our estimated audience size is 2,200,000, which is good. Okay, so we will go down to the placements and then we would click on. So we want to use manual placements, right? We want to choose ourselves where our ads should be placed on. So we use manual placement and it gives us network on Instagram. Want us to run on all 3 or just 2, then would unselect Facebook. And then it shows you here the places where your ads will be on. Okay, all the places where your ads will be on, it shows you right here. Then you look at the optimization and delivery, which we are not going to use today. So we'll leave that one and then we'll click on next. Okay, so now when you click on next, it brings you to the place where you would name, where you would select your page, okay, and then also your post, where you can also name your ad here. It helps to name your ad too, so that you know how it's performing and you can track it better. So you can also say VALS promo, okay, and then we select our Facebook page over here. So you select our Facebook page over here. You can also select your Instagram account here. And then now would use we use the existing posts. Okay, so when you click here, it gives you these three options to create an ad, use existing post, or use a Creative Hub mockup. Okay, but for today's topic, we would use existing posts. Now, when you use existing posts, you go here to select your post on Facebook. All right, so it shows all the posts that you have on your Facebook platform. So let's say we are selecting this one. All right, so when you select it, it comes here and it gives you the places where your ads will be shown. All right, so it gives you all the places here where your ads will be shown. So after that, you would scroll to see if everything here is okay. Because, for example, if you would want to use the objective of getting people to your website, you use this button, which gives you that call to action to get people to click on the button to go to your website. But today we are just looking at more of selecting your post on Facebook to reach the right people. You select your post here, and then after that you can check and see if everything is okay in terms of the contents and then the image, and then you click on publish. Okay, so because this is a new ad account, so there's no payment, but you would have to set up your payment details to get your ad running. So you put in your various payment information. Mostly, I would advise you use the debit or credit card. Okay, so you put in that information over here, and then you save it. Once you save it, then your post goes to review so that Facebook will check if it aligns with their ad policies. Once it's okay to go, your post will be published, or it will be approved, and then it will start running as an ad. I would pause here to see if you have any questions. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, thank you, Ben, for the discussion so far. So there are no yet questions on our YouTube channel, but for those of us watching, kindly start typing in your questions. If you are confused about something, or you have a concern, you have a question, kindly type so that I'll read it out to Benjamin to answer them. Okay, so thank you all for joining, and so I'm seeing your comments here on YouTube, and thank you for expressing your appreciation for today's discussion. So we'll be waiting for your questions. Kindly type in your questions so that we could ask our facilitator. So Benjamin, would you want to continue as the questions are coming in? Okay, sure.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Since we are waiting for the questions, let me also do another demonstration, but this time around, I'm going to choose another objective. Okay, so just a minute. Okay, so let me just close this once. Okay. So I'm going to run another ad, but with a different objective. As I mentioned in my presentation, there are a lot of objectives that you can choose from. Okay, so let's say we are creating a new campaign, okay, and we want to use, let's say, traffic. Now, traffic helps us to direct people to a website or a landing page. Okay, so with that specific objective, you should know that you are directing people to your website or your landing page for them to get more information from there, right? So we use that and then we go to continue. So just as the same process, you name your campaign here, right? So we can say enrolling, let's say tertiary enrollment or something. So we can use, let's say this is our the name of our campaign, and then now we would go to next because again these things are not applicable to us, right? So we go to next. But now when you go to the next page, which is the assets, it shows you where you want to drive your traffic to. Okay, so we have the website, we have the app, we have the messenger, we have the WhatsApp, and we have the phone call. But we are going to select website because we want to drive traffic to our website. We want people to see what is on our website. We want people to go and check the video there. We want people to go and click on it to fill a form. There's a landing page. There's a landing page that you have, or there's a form that you want people to go and fill. So we use the website. So after that, you also come down and then you select your budget. So it's at the same process, we would select the budgets and then select a date range. So let's say we want it to run for like 4 or 5 days, right? So we select it here. And then we now select our audience. Again, the whole purpose of today's topic is here for you to select the right audience to target your post to. Okay, so for the custom audience aspects, it's when you've used your Facebook pixel, okay, and then you want to create a custom audience from it. So you get to use that. So it allows you to create your audience from the people who have visited your website. So it pulls that data onto this place for you to target your post to them. So that is more like advanced when you want to create like a custom audience or a lookalike audience. Okay. But for today's discussion, we just want to target our posts to the right audience. So we'll select the country. So let's say today we want to select, Kumasi, right? So let's say Kumasi. So you select Kumasi and then it narrows it down to Kumasi, right? Now, because it's something for students, so let's narrow our age bracket to, let's say, 18 to, let's say 30. Yeah, I think that will be okay, right? So we narrow it down from 18 to 30. For the genders, we are targeting both men and women. So we say all, right? Then do we want a detailed targeting or detailed targeting expansion? We say yes. And it gives you the estimated size or estimated audience size over here, right? So which is good. We are looking at an audience size of, let's say, 947,300 to 1,100,000, which is cool. Yeah, I think that's fine. Then we again look at the placement where we want to place our ads. So again, so the automatic placement is when Facebook is going to recommend the kind of places where your ads is going to place. It's fine if you want to choose that, but I would always go with the manual placement so that you can best decide the platforms that you want to place your ads on. So we have Facebook audience network. So audience network, Facebook is not, it's outside the Facebook platform. So audience network is like we are running the ad on, apps and various websites, etc. And then we have the Instagram and we have the Messenger. So let's say we would go with Facebook audience network and then Instagram, right? And then we would check, and then you would see that your ad is going to be run. Your ad is going to be run on Facebook news feed. It's going to be run on Instagram feed, Facebook Marketplace. I think we are all familiar with Facebook Marketplace. It's a place where people get to buy and sell anything that you want to buy and sell. That's the right place for you. And it's going to be shown on the Facebook video feeds, the Facebook Rights column, Instagram Explore, Instagram Shop, Facebook group feed, right? Instagram stories, Facebook stories, Instagram reels, and then in-stream, Facebook in-stream videos, reels. So this is very good because it shows you like all the places where your ads are going to be put on. And when you put it there too, it gives you the idea with the picture over here. So you put it here and then you realize that it changes, this picture changes, showing you a picture or an idea of where your ad is going to be run on, right? So yeah, so you look at the stories and then you see it here and stuff like that. Yeah. So now you look at the optimization and delivery, which again, if you think is fine, you can leave it like that. It's optional. So you can leave it like that and then move to the next stage. So the next stage, you can also name ad over here. Okay, so the next stage is more of the ad. So you start with the campaign, your assets, and then you move to the ads. Okay, you select your page or you select your Facebook page over here, and then you can also select your Instagram account. Okay. Then after we go to the ad setup, right? So let's say we want to use an existing post. So we select that, and then we select the kind of post that we want. So let's say we want to use this post. So we select this post over here, and then we go to continue. All right. Now remember the first one. We didn't put in our button, right? So today, this time around, we're going to put in a button which says the website's URL. So depending on the kind of website that we want to use, let's say we want to use andytrady.com.gh, right? So it gives you that because we are promoting, the objective is for us to promote the post for people to get on our website, right? So you would use the website's URL and then you choose the call to action. So what do we want? Are we getting more people to apply now? Is it a landing page? Are we getting people to book now? Are we getting people to contact us? Are we getting people to get an offer? So let's say we want to get the students to apply by visiting our landing page. So we use that and then we go to update posts. So immediately you use that button, it updates over here, right? So you can see here that we have apply now, and that is how your post is going to run, okay? So again, it shows you the places where your post is going to run here on the various platforms, right? So, so after all that, you realize that you are good, Then again, this is a reminder that we haven't put in any payment method, or we haven't made any payment method available. So you should always make your payment method available before you start running the post. So once you go to publish, it brings you to the payment method over here, as I explained, and then you select the debit card. You go to next, you put in your details here, and then you save so that you can get ad running and approved by Facebook. Okay, so this is when you want to run the objective of traffic to your website or to your landing page. There are other objectives, as I mentioned. There are other objectives that I mentioned. So we've now done engagement, we've done traffic. Okay, so is there any objective that you want us to look at, or do you have some questions? Maybe we can take some. We can take one more objective.
Yeah, Ben, we have questions now coming in from viewers.
Okay.
So I'll quickly read through the questions.
This can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay.
Okay, so the first question says, how does one determine the success of an ad? What parameters can one use?
Okay, so it depends on the parameters that you want to track. Okay, it depends on how you want to, or the kind of targets that you've set, for your ad to run. So for the ads manager, as I mentioned, depending on the kind of objective that you are running. Let's say if you are running for traffic, you are running an objective for traffic, which is here. Okay, so when you're running that objective, then you know the kind of metrics that you are measuring. You want to get more people to click your ad, right? So you're looking at more of clicks, the number of clicks. You're looking more of like the conversion rates, and we are looking at more of people interacting with that post. So that specifically is some of the parameters that you should that you are going to check with the kind of objective that you want to run. So let's say let me see there. So for example, when you go let me see if I can show you. So I want to see whether I can show you some of the metrics that we can use to track our posts. Okay, so okay, so when you go to this place, okay, it gives you a number of or a range of metrics, that you want to use to track your post or your ad. Okay, so you have impressions, we have cost per result, we have lead, we have frequency, we have link clicks. So when you click on link clicks, let's say link clicks, it gives you the total number of link clicks that your ad or your post have received, right? So now we have the amount spent and all this highlighted. So let's say we are unchecking all this, okay, and then we want to see impressions, we want to see reach, we want to see link clicks, we want to see cost per link click, right? We want to see cost per 1,000 impressions, right? And we want to see the clicks, because we don't have any ad running, so it's giving us a blank space. If there was an ad running, it would give you the number of all these that are selected. So it will give you the number of the impressions to give you the number of the engagement with the conversion with the link clicks and then the cost per link clicks and everything over here, right? So these are some of the parameters that you can look at, but it depends on the objective that you are running for your ad. Okay, so to be able to measure the success, you need to set the target that you want for that specific ad. So you should have your target set. So you want to get 1,000 or let's say 1,000 link clicks on your ad, and then you want to get a click-through rate of let's say 8% or 6%. You need to have that target to be able to know that, okay, so you're able to achieve my target, or I'm not able to achieve that specific lot of targets. You should also look at your conversion rate, and then also see if put all together and see if your ad is making headways or not.
Thank you for Benjamin. As the next question coming in from Luke Tete, and he's asking, please, in case we choose the daily budget, how many times will the ad run on one account?
Oh, okay. So that's a good question. Let me go back to the Ads Manager. So when you choose the daily budget, right? Let's just go there so that we just click to it. Okay. Right. So now, okay. So choose the daily budget. Right. So let's say you are choosing a daily budget and you want your ad to run for, let's say, 3 or 4 days. Princess, the question again, she wants to know if the daily budget should, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, he's asking that, please hold on. In case we choose a daily budget, how many times will the ad run on one account?
Okay, all right, okay. So when you choose a daily budget, so first and foremost, your account is, you are creating the Ads Manager on your Facebook account. Okay, so that's just like one account. Okay, so it's just your Facebook that you are using. So it's just one account, right? So now once you know that, okay, I'm creating it from Facebook, right? So it's going to run just you are creating it from the Facebook account, right? And once you select, so you select the daily, let's say the daily for, let's say $10, right? And then you set the date range. So let's say you want it to run for, let's say 3 days, right? So now for these 3 days, so it's going to be from 18 to 20. So it's going to calculate it in every day $10 is going to be spent, which is going to be $10, right? Okay, so now you are using the Facebook account to run the ad, right? But when you go to the placement aspects, Facebook and Instagram are like, how do I say it? Like they work hand in hand, right? So it's like the same company, but we have Facebook and we have Instagram and we have Messenger and we have all that, right? So with the placement aspect, it gives you the options or the platforms that you're going to run that ad on. So it gives you Facebook, Audience Network, and Instagram, right? So here you get to choose where you want the ad to be placed on. Okay, I don't know whether it's confusing. So for example, like you are running the ad using your Facebook account, but you are placing your ads on different platforms so that people can see them. Because the more people see your ad, the better, right? Yeah. So so that's what I'll say.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Look, I trust that your question has been answered. There's a question coming in from Eagle Eye PIs, and it says that, can you give us a brief explanation between Ads Manager and Business Manager?
Okay, so Business Manager, Business Manager more of like manages your various assets in terms of like the pages and the people, right? So let's say you are a social media manager and you are running like, let's say there's you are working with an organization and you are running like 4 or 5 pages, 4 or 5 social media platforms, or even 6, and we have like 3 or 4 people working on all the platforms also as well. So you have like 6 platform or 6 pages that you are running, or let me say 6 accounts that you are running, and you have all people also running the same account. So now Business Manager gives you the place for you to put all those pages in one place and give people the opportunity to access the various platforms from that place too as well. Okay, so it helps you to manage it helps you to manage the various assets that you have in terms of your accounts and your page. You can add people who are working on the same page, giving them access using it, using the Business Manager. So it gives you that ability to manage the various assets very well. For the Ads Manager, it's used to specifically run your ads from Facebook or Instagram. Okay, it gives you more that detailed or in-depth analysis for you to target your posts to the right person and select the right objective for your post or for your ad. So it gives you that detailed analysis to target your post to the right person, gives you that detailed analytics that you need, gives you whether you want to track, and gives you the right parameters to use and stuff like that. So yeah, this is the difference between the
Okay.
two.
Thank you for your answer, Benjamin. We have some few minutes to end today's discussion, but I'll take one question before ending. And so there's a follow-up from Eagle Eye, and it says, do you need to create a business page before you can run your ads, or you can do both in the Ads Manager?
So yeah, you will need to create a business page, before you can run your ads. Yeah.
Thank you for that answer. And we still have questions, but unfortunately, time is not on our side. And so Benjamin would share his contact details where you could send him a message or get in touch with him, and he could answer all your questions. And so thank you, Benjamin, so much for making time for today's discussion. I think we should even have a continuation of this discussion later on. And so for those of us who joined today, do look out for that. And before ending today's program, I would want to introduce you to an amazing online resource, and this is the eLibrary USA. The eLibrary USA is a state-of-the-art digital library with 9 premier electronic databases that includes digital newspapers, magazines, journals, videos, and dissertations. So usually this resource is only available to use in person at our American spaces, but with the global pandemic, we are opening up access to this amazing resource. So if you are interested, there's going to be a link that will be shared in the comment section below, and you can sign up to request access to the eLibrary USA. This has been an amazing program brought to you by the U.S. Embassy Ghana, American Kana Agoba, in partnership with Mobile Web Ghana. And this concludes our program for today. Thank you once again for joining us in today's discussion, and we will see you next week for another interesting discussion on our Shifting Blame series. Do have a wonderful time, and please keep ensuring all protocols and get vaccinated if you're yet to do so. Thank you and enjoy your day. Bye.
Bye. Okay.